I Care a Lot is currently the #1 trending movie on Netflix. It is also one of these interesting situations that we in the wrestling world refer to as a heel versus heel encounter. Oh, by the way, I like wrestling. Don't judge me! In the world of wrestling, a heel is the bad guy. Deplorable, disgusting, total asshole, an individual you want to see lose. You want to see them get their ass kicked. You want to see them lose the belt. You want to see karma come back and bite them on the butt. All around disgusting human being, and you just want to boo until you're hoarse. Then you get a situation like this where two of those are going to have a fight against each other. Who the hell do you root for in that situation? There's literally no likable party in this situation. Like, at absolute most, maybe one of the two parties has been building up to being potentially a good guy, and maybe you could see some relatability, but more than likely, it's just two bad guys trying to out-bad guy each other, and maybe it works in a comedy sense, but it doesn't really work a lot of the time. I mean, who wants to see a bad guy become human and relatable? I mean, that's like taking somebody as transparently evil and overtly unlikable as Cruella de Vil, for example. Taking somebody who makes clothing out of puppies. Like, taking somebody like that and making them a relatable character who's sympathetic and totally... oh, wait a minute. But I forgot. We're actually doing that. Hold on a second here. Note to self, make rant on Cruella movie. On one side is Marla Grayson. She has this fake elder care system set up where she scams elderly patients into going into resting homes, and she ends up becoming their legal guardian, and she manipulates the system so that family can't ever talk to their elderly relatives. All the while she's pocketing all their money and all their vast fortunes and basically using it to fund her own life. And then you've got Jennifer Peterson, an elderly woman who happens to be the mother of a notorious mob boss. We're talking the kind of guy who cuts off your fingers for fun. We're talking about the guy who buries his enemies in the ground before paving over it to make a Jimmy John's parking lot. We're talking about the kind of guy who makes you swim with the fishes because you happen to fuck with him on a Tuesday. That sort of situation. So who the hell do you root for in this situation? Well, obviously you root for Marla Grayson because she's a woman, and later on you find out that she's a lesbian, and we all know that LGBT people can't be evil. Only straight white men can be evil, because every single person who was born straight white male is pure unspeakable evil with no... You know what, this bit is dead. I'm already canceled for like 3 other times I've used this, so I'm done. I can't do the bit. So frustrating. So yeah, bad guy versus bad guy. It's a concept that, on paper, really shouldn't work. And yet, I actually enjoyed this movie from start to finish. I'm racking my brain trying to think of a criticism of this movie, just something to kind of say, you know, the movie isn't perfect, and I'll tell you why, but honestly, the more I think on it, the more I really like this movie, and I just can't really think of anything besides all the stuff I got out of my system in the beginning of the video here. One thing I will say, and it's not really a criticism of the movie necessarily, and it's not really a spoiler to how the movie ends either, but I do feel like I have to say this out loud. When there was like 1 minute to go and the movie is kind of wrapping itself up and, you know, we're heading towards the credits, it's the home stretch, I made a joke about what I thought was going to happen, and, you know, I had a laugh, you know, because obviously they weren't going to do that. That would never happen. Come on now. And then it happened. I think my wife commented that she could hear me in the office exclaim out loud, "Dude, I was joking!" Oh my god, they actually did it! I don't know if that's stupid or awesome. Maybe both, but wow, I didn't know what to say at the time. That was something. I'm genuinely shocked that they actually went with what I said in that moment. Maybe I'm better at predicting movies than I thought. But overall, the movie was really good. I mean, I can't really find a whole lot of faults with it. Everybody is solid, the music was good, like the plot was engaging. I really like this movie. I really can't think of anything else to say, so 3 hats out of 4. Give it a watch. And that's going to do it for this week's Hatflix and Chill. Be sure to come back next week when I have another review for your viewing pleasure. In the meantime, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter @TommyTealHat, ring the bell, do all the stuff. And I'll see you next time.